INTJ women make up only 0.8% of the entire human population. It means that out of every 500 women, only 4 belong to the INTJ personality type. Extremely career-oriented, independent, and confident, the INTJ female can get a little too caught up with the independence she earns and overwork or exhaust herself. Staying away from making emotional decisions and being a strong advocate of logic, it might be a little hard for an INTJ female to fit in among others. Due to being one of the rarest personality types, INTJ females don't fit into the female stereotype, react to certain situations in a unique way, and think differently than others. But as with anything, there is always more to it than what you may think. Today I'm talking about the top 5 reasons INTJ women are so unique and the qualities that make them stand out in a crowd. Let's get into it. Welcome to Success for Breakfast, where I'm serving up brain food made simple. Hit that subscribe button to get daily videos created to give you the tools to level up your life. Kicking things off today at number 5 is INTJ women are logical and independent. Never afraid to go against society's expectations and defy the toxic norms, the INTJ female is fierce and doesn't need to hold someone's hand to walk her way. Unlike the societal mindset that thinks of women as someone who makes decisions on the basis of emotions and not logic, INTJ women believe in checking the pros and cons logically before making a decision. If you ever have an argument or debate with them, you will never see them yelling or getting out of control, or being extra emotional. They will always be calm and composed. You will always see them retaliating with believable logic and factual statements. If you want someone who will ignore their own preferences and choices just to make you happy and be the only one who sacrifices for the relationship, make sure you never go near an INTJ female. Extremely confident and never the ones to advocate for people-pleasing, INTJ women know what they want and who is holding them back. Whether it's a toxic romantic partner or a toxic friend or family member, an INTJ female never tolerates someone else holding them back and criticizing them unnecessarily. So, if you have an INTJ female in your group project and she happens to be confident about something, don't disagree with her unnecessarily and don't mess around with her. She doesn't need you, you need her. Next up, at number 4 on our list of why INTJ women are so unique is they are introverted and hardworking. Besides being one of the most uncommon personality types, another reason behind them finding it hard to settle with other people and mingle with them is because of their introverted nature. Because of their dominant function, introverted intuition, instead of wasting time and messing around with people they barely know, INTJ females prefer to stay at home, snuggle up with a cup of coffee and their favorite book. They are always on a journey of self-improvement, so you will often see an INTJ female with a self-help book and working on herself because of some positive criticism that she has received. One of the most admirable things about the INTJ woman is that she never shies away from work and is always determined to improve herself. Extremely goal-oriented and disciplined, it's quite rare for an INTJ woman to waste an entire night watching some Netflix and leave their project or assignment incomplete. In fact, whenever an INTJ female gets tired, you won't hear her saying, "I don't want to do this." Instead, she will say, "Can I do yours instead? I'm tired of mine." Number 3 on today's list of reasons INTJ women are so unique is because they are blunt and confident. As I mentioned earlier, the INTJ female is never known to be a people pleaser. She doesn't care what other people think about her and she knows when to take a stand. If she doesn't like someone's idea and is working on a group project, she won't hide it or pretend that she likes it. In a relationship, you can always count on them for being extremely honest and truthful. When they are committed to something, they don't mess around with it and take it extremely seriously. When an INTJ woman is in a relationship or working on a project, you can count on her for doing everything they can to make it work. This doesn't mean that they will forget themselves and their own ideas and goals. Because they are extremely logical and independent, expecting them to bury their own likes and dislikes for something to work is not in the cards. You might think that because of their introverted nature, it's hard for them to communicate with other people properly and convey their thoughts fluently. But in reality, the INTJ females are the masters of their field and know what they are doing. So words pretty much flow like water out of their mouth, and their confidence in the room is remarkable and strong enough to grab everyone's attention. If you have an INTJ female you're working with, it's a win-win situation for you. If you ask her to do the hard work, she would be more than happy to do it. Also, if you want her to present the project in front of the audience, then that's not a bad deal either. In fact, she would be one of the best people you can choose to do it. INTJs in general, and especially female INTJs, want their talents and abilities to be utilized and maximized and not wasted sitting on the sidelines. If you've gotten some value from this video so far, please show your appreciation and hit that like button. That signals YouTube that you think other people could benefit from this video too. The runner-up spot and number 2 for us today is they are in control and born to lead. If your daughter is rebellious, hardworking, strong-headed, and stubborn, chances are that she is one of the very few females that belong to the INTJ personality group. One of the best and worst things about the INTJ female is that you cannot control her. If she wants to do something and desires it honestly, then she will bear every pain and hardship to reach her goal. But if you want her to do something that she doesn't really want to do and are low-key forcing her, then chances are that she will sabotage it. So if you're forcing an INTJ woman to pursue a career that she doesn't really want, for instance, then chances are that she will wreck it herself. You don't want to mess around with her. An INTJ female knows fully well what she wants from life and how she has to work for it. Someone else bossing an INTJ woman around and controlling her actions is one of the biggest reasons why she can be angry, upset, and cold. A lot of times the INTJ female will be the one to lead everyone. Why? The first reason is that because no one else can control her or boss her around. Secondly, she knows full well when to utilize the right person for the right moment. Being so logical, she has already figured out the best way to move forward, so it is always just better to trust her and her instincts. She's the anchor that everyone else clings to when the situation gets worse. Due to her logical and blunt approach, you can always count on an INTJ woman to make the right decisions. Topping our list, and the number 1 reason INTJ women are so unique, is that they are goal-oriented and precise. If the INTJ female wants to be a baker, you can't stop her from doing that. If she wants to be an architect, there is nothing that can come between her and her goal. If she doesn't want to carry a relationship for much longer, you can expect her to be honest and sincere about it and end it. You'll never see her hanging around with random people, partying just to party, and wasting time. She is goal-oriented and cannot be distracted or brainwashed. Unlike other people who get scared of barriers or hardships, the INTJ woman overcomes every problem and owns it. She doesn't get ashamed of her mistakes and considers them as tiny steps that lead towards her journey as an independent, powerful, and headstrong woman. If she deals with someone, she's extremely precise about every single detail. An INTJ woman doesn't leave any space for someone else so that they can mess around or take her for granted. She makes her seriousness and determination fully well known. It can be difficult to have a job or personal relationship with an INTJ woman. The majority of people expect a woman to be emotional, happy, and expressive, yet INTJs are none of these things. Her self-assurance, as well as her need for private and introverted pursuits, may be a little intimidating. This isn't to say that INTJs don't care. It's misleading to believe that all INTJ women are the same, just as it's wrong to assume that all non-INTJ women are naturally kind and nurturing. Women who are INTJs do have a lot of feelings. They just don't always say what they're thinking out loud. You've got this, now go get it done. Grab yourself some more brain food to help you level up your life and click on one of the videos on your screen right now.